about to hear is by way of research done by many who have had to surmount the numerous obstacles put in their path, possibly put in place to inhibit our way of thinking and to stop us deciding for ourselves how we wish to live. Above all, keep your mind open.
Well, if you've never heard of Argartha, then you're about to learn all about it right now for tonight's conspiracy theory. Now, establishing and determining a factual geophysical model of planet Earth's interior has been a considerable challenge for the intellectual community. Given our rapid technological advancement, one would think that determining the makeup of the Earth's core would be simple. But it's not. Earth's core is the most inaccessible part of our planet. Several prominent individuals have supported the hollow Earth theory. And it's no joke of a list. A number of physicists, astronomers, mathematicians and high-ranking military personnel share the same belief. They share their stories through experience, research and more. There really is some mind-blowing information that suggests the Earth could actually be hollow. Our current understanding about the makeup of Earth's core is a theory based on assumption that is taught as fact. The evidence for the composition of the Earth's core is decent, however it's indirect, and the individuals who propose the theory of hollow Earth might shock you. They are some of the most influential, intelligent, innovative and creative minds of all time, many of which are the backbone of science and math. The intellectual arena is not the only one. The hollow Earth theory is also prominent in military history, the hub for global control and concealment of information known today as the military-industrial complex. Geophysical methods provide the only direct measurement for the properties of the Earth's interior. The most popular methods used today are seismic wave velocity and free oscillation frequencies. Earthquake waves behave differently when they encounter material in different states. This is the best way modern scientists can conjure up some kind of structure for inner Earth. Saying the Earth is hollow does not necessarily mean there is no landmass. Seismic waves go through liquid and go through solids. Whether they do or don't determine our map of inner Earth. This is why we have very weak evidence for the structure of the Earth's interior. It's almost as if we've got more evidence for the hollow Earth theory than not. The most popular theory that stands today is that Earth consists of a solid iron inner core and an outer layer that is molten. It proposes that the interior is layered in spherical shells, inner core, outer core, stiffer mantle and then crust as you head towards the surface. The moment of inertia of the Earth indicates that there is a concentration of mass around the centre. Seismic data has also shown that the centre of the Earth is a solid sphere. Now this is interesting, because the hollow Earth theory proposes that the idea is that it has a central sun. Modern science has even determined that the Earth's core could be just as hot as the sun's surface. Edmund Halley was an English astronomer and mathematician who was the first to calculate the orbit of a comet that was later named after him. In 1678 he was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society, and with the intercession of the King he was granted a degree from the University of Oxford. As you can tell, this was a man of high reputation and intelligence. Edmund Halley proposed that the Earth was hollow and well capable of supporting life in his publication. Halley believed that the Earth was a hollow shell about 500 miles thick, with two inner concentric shells and an innermost core about the diameter of the planets Venus, Mars and Mercury. The shells were separated by atmospheres, and each one had its own magnetic poles. The spheres rotated at different speeds. He suggested that each sphere was capable of supporting life, because each sphere was bathed with light from the atmosphere that filled each of the inner spaces. Leonhard Euler was a Swiss mathematician and physicist. He has produced a large portion of modern mathematical terminology and notation, more specifically the notion of mathematical function. He is considered to be one of the greatest mathematicians of all time and has approximately 1,000 publications. Instead of inner Earth consisting of concentric shells, Euler proposed that Earth was completely hollow, with 600-mile diameter sun in the centre, similar to what Halley had proposed. The hollow interior, he said, could be reached through holes in the North and South Poles, which, if they exist today, are blocked from Google Earth, hidden and classified. Euler proposed that his central sun provided life to the advanced civilizations that actually lived there. If we fast forward to more modern times, inner Earth garnished more attention in the 1940s and after, when Admiral Richard Byrd supposedly journeyed to the Hollow Earth. This man was a Medal of Honor recipient and a very high-ranking, one of the highest in fact, officers in the United States Navy. He was the very first man to fly over the South Pole. Admiral Byrd also flew directly over the North Pole and noticed an opening in the top. His diary describes his adventure into the opening, where he was to witness lakes, rivers, green vegetation and more. He participated in many expeditions to the North Pole, with one of them being an official government-backed program called Operation High Jump. It was US Navy organised by Admiral Byrd. The primary goal was to establish an Antarctic research base. He claims to have been greeted by a flying machine, and this is when he first interacted with the beings that existed in a place that is known to many as Argartha. The beings told him they were concerned with the development of nuclear weapons and the overall well-being of the planet based on how humanity was affecting it. Admiral Byrd apparently claimed, like many before him, that the North and South Pole are actually two of many openings to the centre. He also claimed that inner Earth has a central sun, like Euler did. His theory is that both poles of the Earth are actually convex rather than concave. This means that ships and planes will be able to fly or float right in. After his expeditions, the American press announced Admiral Byrd's discovery to the world, and after the release it was immediately suppressed by the government, and Byrd was made out to be a man known to make false claims. However, whatever we do or don't believe, until we actually penetrate inner Earth, Hollow Earth still remains a strong possibility.
Keep your mind open.